This is about reporting across your organization of your marketing performance through your marketing metrics. Your organization, if it functions in silos, it's impossible to achieve great marketing success. For great marketing success, you want finance, HR, IT, production, sales, all engaged to deliver the results you have in mind. We all know McDonald's have had an extremely bad financial performance over the last 7 to 8 years from 2014, losing $1 billion a year on revenue. So that's one financial metric. And that financial metric is mapped and tracked at a finance department. They will also map your margins by channel, by product, by country, the costs. So this metrics has to be communicated both with finance, with marketing, and the rest of the organization. At the same time, marketing tracks certain market share details, channel preference details, digital trend metrics, app downloaded, time spent on app, etc. The Uberization metrics of how app is used for aggregating the food ordering business and how those metrics show what's happening in the market. Now, that information about the technology disruption in how people order and eat food has to be reported to different levels in the technology function. Classic example, if you listen to the chief technical officer of McDonald's on YouTube, you will see how much of that marketing metrics have been communicated to technology. To what extent the technology function is communicating technology metrics, the types of hardware, the types of software that is out there, and the metrics related to how they are saving time, money, how that's got to be communicated to marketing to start thinking their solutions. So there has to be information sharing across the organization, metric sharing across the organization. And for that, structures matter, technology matter, reporting methodologies matter. Gone are the days you can send long articles or documents or files full of information. Gone are the days you can sell massive Excel sheets to everyone without breaking it down who needs to see what. Gone are those days. So read about this topic, do your research about this topic so you can start addressing this task. So at the start of this task, you would talk about your need for structural integration in a company, functional versus cross-functional, hence possibly metrics, and how information sharing is effective in such structures. Look at your current organization structure, how much of that is there. Look at the levels in the companies, and that will give you a sense of how you could move to the metrics communication. Now, what are the categories of marketing metrics that needs data from different functions? So example, the financial data has to be linked to segment data. So the cost of maintaining the Nexus base, cost per acquisition, profitability per segment or per customer, that data has to be integrated with the digital behavior data that you capture of the same Nexus base for keys. Now that integration is important. So talk about the need for integration. Otherwise, if you just isolatedly communicate some metrics to different departments, they won't be able to relate because it doesn't relate to what they do. So one of the key areas is integration of data. The second is the reporting of metrics to communicate with IT, communicate with sales, communicate with production, communicate with finance, maybe 3 functions. Show which marketing metrics based on categories, types of metrics are required to be communicated to what department, through what tools and methodologies, to what functional levels. So example, all your department heads will meet, I'm sure, once a week at an exco. There possibly you will communicate the key metrics at strategic level in a 5 to 10 minute presentation and open up for questions and answers. The second part, you might send a detailed report to them, including these metrics, on email. Some organizations will also have collaborative technology platforms in their ERP system, in their MKI system, where a dashboard is available for different levels in the organization, and each department has access to certain aspects. And also remember in these communications how much of digitalization you should do to which functions. How do you allow this reporting to have interactivity so that you can clarify without waiting real time, without waiting for a periodical meeting. So discuss in clear heading some of these areas with a bottom line to ensure that what you are discussing is relevant to communicating your marketing metrics to relevant stakeholders in the organization. You can even do this taking a specific example, like I took the McDonald's digital transformation and the store changing from traditional cashier counters to digital kiosks, and how different functions had to be or is integrated through the metrics. And then you can use such an example to make your point heading by heading. So couple of options how you could address this task.